Good evening and welcome everybody to DeLungo Rink here in East Haven for tonight's SCC Division II matchup between your Guilford Indians and the Rams of Cheshire High School. I'm Dean Cornelio, joined in the pregame by Indians captain and forward senior James Mackey, coming off a big 3-2 win over Sheehan. This gentleman here had the game-winning goal. Talk about that. It was a 2-2 game. You actually trailed 2-1 going into the third. I believe it was Ryan Moore who tied it. You're able to get in great position to snipe the winner. Talk about how that last goal developed.
Mikey had the puck coming down the left wing and carried it into the offensive zone. I just tried to get up into the play. I was a little behind, and I slammed my stick, let him know that I was open, and then he got the puck to me, and I saw the goalie moving over to the right, so I just picked out the left corner.
When you score, you seem to get them big, man. You may not get many goals. You get a lot of assists, a lot of points, but you get them big. I don't know. Is it the moment? Is it just something that happens? Is it luck of the draw? What is it?
I just try to do whatever I can to help my team, so if it's scoring a goal, getting an assist, or whatever.
You guys were 2-3-1. Now you're 5-3-2. You're on a 3-0-1 streak coming in since losing two-hand in overtime. Has anything changed since then? Have you noticed in your mind with this team? What has changed? Have you gotten some bounces? What is it?
No, I think at the beginning of the year we knew that it might take a little bit of time for this team to develop because we had a lot of young freshmen coming in who could contribute to the team. Yeah. So now we're starting to get on a roll. We're getting in our groove, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Your line in particular is really stepping up with the top two defensemen that you have in Moore and Cataruzza, but the chemistry really seems to finally, especially among your line of all lines, be coming together. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've been working together real well in practice and games. I think the power play is really coming along with us. We've been working on it a lot in practice, and Hand couldn't get the puck off us when we had the power play. So I think that's been a big contributor to our success.
And tonight you come in with Cheshire. Traditionally great games you've played with them. They're a tough opponent. Their record may not seem as such. They come in 1-10. However, they've had a lot of close losses, a couple games that didn't go their way. What are you expecting from them tonight?
I'm expecting a good effort out of them because I was looking at their schedule. They might be 1-10, but
right.
They played the number 4 Xavier Falcons to a 3-1 loss or something like that. They've had a bunch of close losses in overtime and stuff to Division I opponents. So they're going to be coming out here gunning for a win to try and get themselves on the track to the postseason.
Anything you guys have to do or have done in the week preparing for this game tonight for Cheshire?
Not anything specifically, just keep working on our skills, keep the lines going, moving well. So I think we had a good week of practice and we're ready to take them on tonight.
And it's nice to finally, I think, have everyone back healthy.
Yeah, everyone's here. Illnesses are done. Jack Jankura actually sprained his ankle in a JV game yesterday, but
okay.
All the regular varsity guys are geared up and ready to go.
We're even getting JV updates from this guy. How great is this? So thank you for that, James. Good luck tonight against Cheshire. We're going to be back with the opening face-off. Rams and Indians. Face-off coming up next. Welcome back. We are ready for the start of play here from East Haven. Dean Cornelio joined by John Knapp and Jeff Horton behind the camera. I want to correct something that I said in the pregame interview with James Mackey, and I called this an SCC Division II contest. It is not. It's really interdivisional. The Indians are Division II. The Rams are Division I. But as I mentioned in the opening, the Rams coming in, they're struggling right now. They need victories. They need to go 7-2, John, in their last 9 to even qualify for states.
Don't let that record fool you.
No, we expect a good one.
Yeah.
They're 1-10, but they've lost some close ones, a couple OT games. They've had 4 games by 1 goal losses, 5 games, 1 goal losses.
Wow.
So this is going to be a good one here tonight.
Don't
let the records fool you. Indians 5-3-2. We're underway. They're 3-0-1 in their last 4. They've played well of late. Here's Mackey. James, who had the winner against Sheehan, his first of the season. To Horton, centering in front. Goaltender is Scott Romano for the Rams. Brandon Mayo for the Guilford Indians. Indians start their top unit of Horton, Mackey, and Ring, Cataruzza, and Moore at the points. Nesdale and Perslow on defense for the Rams. Klanica, Hauser, and Lima, the forward unit, starting for Cheshire. Moore keeps his opponent wide. Now it's behind the net. Cataruzza there. Indians pick it up. Horton hit by 23 DuPont, one of the captains. He along with Romano. DuPont the captain, Romano the assistant, and a quick call coming up, as you mentioned.
Penalty coming up. Going to be a tripping call on Matty Horton. Number 5 will go to the penalty box for 2 minutes at the, 13:54 mark. First period. Be the Rams' first power play.
So, not the way the Indians need to start out here. I believe it was Sheehan scoring 2 power play goals the other night.
That's right.
If I recall correctly. So, scores have been relatively low in Guilford's games. Not a lot of high-scoring action, but when they've been scored on a lot of times, it's with the man advantage situation. Horton, 17 penalties on the season. Tied for the team lead with Brian Donahue. And that, according to the stats that we have.
Well, those are spot on, Dean.
We'll call it that, sure.
As long as you say it like you know it.
Rams with it. Up to the left point. Cross. Cycled down low. That's Cafaro for the Indians, number 4. Keeping it between his skates. Killing some clock. Under a minute left on the Horton penalty. And bounces to center in the Cheshire zone. It's DuPont. DuPont, one of, John, I believe you counted 7 seniors.
That's right.
For this Cheshire team.
Senior-laden squad. Well, it's a big squad to begin with.
Right.
7 seniors makes it a mature team.
Perslow sends it wide to Mayo. Kept in at the point. 20 seconds left on the Horton penalty. Centering pass, eluded his teammate, and comes out to center, a break for Guilford. Mayo plays that aside, slap down the ice. That was Cataruzza with the clear. Penalty time ticks off against Horton. Indians back to full strength. Mackey. And here's 26, Tyler Lima. Lima makes a few moves over the Guilford line. Dumps it in behind the net.
That was a great penalty kill by the Indians. I don't think Cheshire got a shot off inside the zone, did they?
If there was, it wasn't much of one.
That's right.
So, Jack Petrick steps in the face-off circle and wins the draw from Ben Klanica. Cataruzza. He'll flip in. It's gloved by Sokolov. Sophomore defenseman number 2.
That's a hockey name, Sokolov.
Sokolov. And he's with it now. Gets the return pass. Off of Carson Sperry, right in on Brandon Mayo, and he's going to hold on with that one.
That was a save.
4 minutes in, no score. Indians have killed off an early penalty to Matt Horton. And that one over the glass. Tipped, it'll stay deep in the Guilford zone. John, there was some hockey played earlier on this ice today. A lot of afternoon games this afternoon in Connecticut high school hockey. And the East Haven, we had a whistle, high stick. East Haven fell in overtime to St. Bernard Bacon NFA by a score of 3-2 here in a 1 o'clock game. So the Indians hope the home team doesn't suffer the same fate here tonight.
That's right.
In other interested action by the shoreline, Notre Dame West Haven over Hamden 7-1.
Yikes.
Throttled them. Calling for a centering pass right in front on Mayo. Goes off a Rams stick. And out of the zone, a foot race. And with it is 14, Perslow. Mike Ring on his tail. That's Elnicki, 19. Passing it over. Nice move. Good work by Luke Vendetto, the junior forward. Number 12 for the Rams. Sent in wide of Mayo. Flopping a little bit in his crease there. Now into the middle of the ice. Look out.
Wow.
And it's gloved. That shot was redirected and tipped. The initial came from Greg Zovis, the junior defenseman.
Great glove save.
Indians win the draw. Petrick, Malloy, and Sperry.
We've seen some production out of this line, particularly in the last game. They didn't put the puck in the net, but you know what? They really
Generated.
Yeah, they generated some offense. You got the feeling when they went out there that they were going to equalize the score.
High off the glass, out of the zone. 2 Indians caught deep. Guilford plays it though at center. Cataruzza reaches the center stripe and dumps in. And that will go for a whistle off the netting above the glass. The Indians have outscored their opponents 32-25 coming into play tonight through 10 games. The Rams have been outscored 42-23 in their 11 games. They've played some heavy hitters though. So the Xaviers, West Havens, Fairfield Preps of the world, Hamden, their schedule's pretty tough.
Tough spot to be in for those guys.
Yeah.
Cheshire's one of the few newcomers into that Division I tier.
Here's Donahue trying to get a step. Donahue shouldered by Purslow. To the point. Moore shoots it. Ryan Moore has goals in the last 3 games for the Guilford Indians. He's been on fire of late. That one right there. Romano the stop. Stick save. Knocked down. Moore nearly bidding for one there. He came oh so close. Romano didn't know where it was after he made the stop. Faceoff will remain low. It was knocked down by a Cheshire player with a high stick. So it comes back into the Rams zone. Cataruzza. Ryan Moore playing the left point. He's got 8 goals, 6 assists, 14 points. Tied for the team lead with Mike Ring. And Ring's on it now. Broken up. Smart play to put it aside by Tom Sokoloff. That's going to go for icing as it was intended for Matt Jordan. Out of his reach. 8:08 to play, first period. Scoreless thus far here from East Haven. Guilford Indians, Cheshire Rams. That one just behind Mike Ring. Sent across off of Cataruzza's stick and into the netting. Faceoff will happen at center. Petrick and Stevens. Stevens with it, backhands it in. Here's Will Dacey. Dacey, Malloy gets hit.
Tripped. No call.
Yep. Charlie taking a few bumps. And looks like offsides.
Right. Offsides.
Petrick and Stevens again. Petrick wins it back.
Coach Russell's been putting Petricks on that draw 3 or 4 times already in this game.
He appreciates the hard work of Petrick in talking to Coach Russo as Dacey's shot came all the way out of the zone as he missed the net and went off the glass and out. But Petrick is one of the hardest workers, and he's a smart player, and that's why Coach in particular likes him.
Nice hit.
Big hit there. Ryan Brand. And Petrick on the receiving end of that shove, and 2 hits. Look out. Wow.
Hit from behind.
The stick by Sperry knocked out of his. Tom DuPont threw a couple hits, number 23 in the black and red. And Sperry sent his stick a-flying off the wall, and it came back in, I believe. Donahue with it for the Indians. Backhands it towards the net. Romano will get the glove on it and holds. So Cafaro with Donahue and Baddock. Off the far boards, here's Ryan Moore. Cataruzza. Sent in by Donahue. No icing. Goes by the Rams defenseman.
Ooh.
Gets by Cafaro. Nice play there by Cataruzza. So smart on the line. as he played it over to Cafaro down to past Baddock. Played back by John Hauser.
Well, you saw Derek lining somebody up on that.
And Cafaro throwing his weight around too as he collided with Tyler Lima. Under 6 minutes to go, first period. No score. And that goes into the netting for a whistle. Glove down. Oh, out of the zone. Pass Sokolov. Maybe it'd just be easier to call him Soki for short, huh? Make it easy.
He's a transfer student from Chernobyl.
If his last name ends in off, then he must be a Russian, right?
Yeah, I think.
That gets by Evan Powell. Rams with it. Get it deep. Powell back for it for Guilford. Around a ring. Not out. Shot on. Tipped wide. Cheshire player knocked down. Guilford looking for the odd man rush. Mackey. Good play there by DuPont to get it ahead to Vitale. Backhanded on goal. And going in hard was number 3, Matt Jordan. But Mayo held on. Rams play it behind the Indians' net. Sperry in there for Guilford, working against 22, Nick Vale. And the faceoff will again stay low. Faceoff to Mayo's left. Sent in by Sperry. Here's Malloy.
Oh.
Malloy taken down by Perslow. Malloy and Sperry continue to work against Perslow and Stevens. Perslow up for Sean Richard, number 10. Now it's Ryan Moore dumping back in. Perslow takes the hit by Malloy, turns it over to Petrick. Petrick on the backhand, kicked out, rebound there, and good opportunity. Mackey in front of the net. Up top, Cataruzza, he'll wind and fire. And Romano saw that all the way down the butterfly, covers up, makes the save. Good stop there by Romano. Mackey and Kalanica to Romano's left. Up to 25, Hauser. Moore has him watched closely and covered. And that goes off of Hauser out of the zone. Mackey giving chase, some help from Ring. Mackey sends it in wide of Romano. Around the glass, Mackey towards the net wide. Horton and Ring trying to lunge at it. He always gets his nose dirty.
He does.
Ring is one of the tries amongst the hardest. I mean, no question, his effort's always there. Just over 3 minutes to go in the period. Still no score. Rams and Indians. Dean Cornelio, John Knapp, Jeff Horton with you here from East Haven. And an SCC clash. Picked up by Klanica. Never got a shot off. Look out, man, at the side of the net, and it's sent wide. Good opportunity there for Cheshire. Here's Cataruzza. Nice pass up to Baddock from Horton and sent in. Donahue eyeing a hit there.
He was.
And that'll go for icing against Cheshire. 2:29 to play here in the opening 15 minutes. Cafaro, Baddock, and Donahue. Down low from Donahue. Gets by Ryan Brand. Right on his tail is Luke Vendetto. Brand finds some room for himself, continues with the puck over the line. Gets it deep and quickly retreats to his point position. Now it's a one-on-one. Brandon Vendetto. Brand gives him a little face wash. Donahue, right wing side. And the blocker saved by Romano. Cafaro in front. Donahue, that's for Sperry. Here's Cafaro. Richard plays it out. Richard with a pass into the middle. Vendetto. Cleared away by the Guilford defense. Sent out by Moore. Just over a minute left. To the Rams line. He neutralized Cataruzza. He hit Mackey with it. Zach winds and shoots. Glove save Romano. And a quick whistle there. So the faceoff will stay low in the Cheshire zone. There's 49.9 seconds left. Romano, we should point out, he was a backup goaltender last year for the Rams. But in the game here at East Haven against Guilford, Romano got the start. Indians beat them 3-2. I believe, as I recall, it was a Derek Nelson drive from that board, closest to where the faceoff is, that beat Romano 5-hole for the Guilford win to break the tie. It was a great game, though. Romano played well, and we get the whistle as the puck goes over the glass. These teams split last year, with Indians winning here, Cheshire winning on their home ice at Wesleyan over Guilford by a 4-0 score. And they also split the year before, so there's been some pretty even battles between these two teams.
That's
and
right.
Another whistle.
Right up to the championship game.
Right.
In 2010? Or no, 2011?
It was 2010-11 where Cheshire ended up pulling out a 3-1 victory.
Right.
The Rams, as tough a record as they have this year at 1-10, they've won 3 championships since 2006.
Right.
They won it in 06, then they won it again in, I believe it was 2009, and then, as you mentioned, 2011. Good opportunity there in the final 10 seconds by Cheshire. And centered, not going to get a shot off as time runs out in the period. A pretty even period, fairly well played.
Up and down the ice, both
Up and
squads.
down. Absolutely. After one period of play, Guilford Indians and Cheshire Rams are scoreless. We are back. Start of the second period underway. Zach Cataruzza dumps it in behind the Cheshire net. Shots in the first favored Guilford by a very slim margin, 7-6. Indians fans trying to get it going, get their team pumped up a little bit.
Some emotional motivation.
Could use some more of that. Was that on display more than ever a couple weeks ago at Hand? That was one of the best atmospheres for a Guilford Hand game. And that one right in a mail, it hit the crossbar and it goes wide.
Wow.
Big opportunity there for the Rams. Those are the kind of bounces they've had all season. In front was Tyler Lima on that one. So Indians catch a little break. Here's Mike Ring the other way. Ring drops it for Horton. He thought about giving it to Cataruzza, but instead a black and red jersey stepped in his way, and now the Rams off to the races. Backhander side of the net, and Cataruzza tosses the opponent, Tom DuPont, into the net, and it comes off its moorings. Good opportunity there, John, for DuPont.
That's right.
One of the best for the Rams tonight.
He did a great job of avoiding the goalkeeper on that, I thought.
He did, because he could have went plowing right into
That's right.
the freshman Mayo. And the faceoff's going to come back because it's icing against the Guilford Indians. Donahue taking the faceoff against Dorico. Cafaro. And that's something, we get the whistle there on the offsides. John, they did that the other night, and talking to Coach Russo, we noticed Brian Donahue stepping into the faceoff circle against the bigger Cheshire player.
Right.
The Sheehan player, the bigger player, was winning the draws against the smaller Indians, such as Mackey and a couple of the Cafaro, some of the smaller forwards. So they put Ryan Moore in on a couple draws, I believe.
Right, just for body mass.
Right, and Brian Donahue there, I believe, was probably matched up for that reason. Very similarly to the other night. Here's Donahue with it now, over the line, slaps it. Never got through, still with it, drops it to the point. Powell will wind and fire. Stick save Romano. Indians player knocked down was Baddock. Cafaro still with it. Donahue to the point. Brand didn't get much on it.
A bouncer.
Yep. Mayo leaves it for Evan Powell. Turnover. Powell fanned on that one. Donahue picks it up, helps out his mate, and bouncing, looking for Baddock on the other side. Powell backhands it out to center, and it's slapped back in. Delayed offsides. Cheshire.
Still offsides.
Brand had a lot more time than he thought.
Right.
Back with it is 14 Perslow. Opening 3 minutes of the second period. Still no score. Cataruzza. Rams go D to D. Perslow sends it over. Sent out by Richards. Nice play by Moore on the poke. Jack Petrick uses the boards.
A lot of players on the ice.
Whistle, and I believe there's going to be potentially Petrick was tripped. It looks like there's going to be a call against the Rams. And going into the box is 22 Nick Vale.
The Rams got caught in that change right in that box.
There might have been too many men.
And
so we'll wait.
Yeah, too many men in the
That's what it is. So a break for Guilford here. One-timer by Cataruzza looking for Ring on the backside. Couldn't get a stick on it, so the shot went wide, and now it's cleared past Moore down the ice.
I noticed in the Sheehan game, on their power plays, on the Guilford power plays, Dean, they were trying to set up a play and set up a perfect pass and a perfect shot. And when I was at practice this week, Coach was reminding them just to make it happen a lot quicker. There it is again, another one.
There it is. Cataruzza, a big drive that Romano made the save on.
Where last week, Cataruzza would skate with that for a minute.
Yeah.
Long enough to get the defense to set up. Well, just let it go, let it fly, I think was the message that they got this week.
Ryan Moore likes to do that, and he does. Glove save Romano, comes way out to play it and clear. Nice play by Romano. Moore. Here's Mackey. James drops it for Ryan Moore. 4 goals in 3 games for Moore. He's got it now along the wing. Looks across. He wanted to get it to Cataruzza. It never got through, and the Rams get it out to center. Mackey gets it up to Ring. 40 seconds left of power play time for the Indians. Sent all the way back. Right on top of Mackey there is Vendetto. Stick lifted. And Mackey couldn't clear it out. Here's Horton. Mackey fanned on it, tried to get it to Moore. Now gets it up to Ring. Final 10 seconds of the man advantage. Ring top to circle. Looking to make a play. Horton. Penalty time is over. Rams are back to full strength. Ryan Moore towards the net. Donahue with a drive. Romano the save on the short side. Cataruzza touches it. Delayed offsides. Faceoff's going to come all the way back as they say it was intentional.
Big man Brian Donahue in the face-off circle again.
Again against Stevens. Another big boy. Baddock with a hit.
There you go.
Defenseman takes it and gets the puck deep.
Derek did everything right except for get the puck on that one.
Cafaro, and that's going to go, well, faceoff's just going to come back into the Guilford zone.
Brian Donahue out there playing like my favorite professional player, Doug
Who's
the
that?
Thug Glatt from the
You're aging yourself there,
from the
John.
Highlanders.
You really
from
are.
the Halifax Highlanders, Dean.
Who are you talking about? Slapper. Bring us into the 21st century, please.
You don't know Doug the Thug?
No, I don't. Here's Baddock.
Number 69 for the Halifax Highlanders.
That's why you like them. Baddock sends it in on Romano. Bouncing puck, play loose. Cafaro. Just over 6 minutes in, still scoreless. The Rams have killed off an Indian power play. Each team 0 for 1 with the man advantage tonight. Donahue fan on it. Throws his man into the boards. Will Dacey. Dace. Up to Baddock. Taken by the Rams.
Oh, there you go.
Dacey collides. Nice little flip there.
Right, Dacey goes low.
And, a great pass. Dacey, though, gets back. Plays the man, didn't let John Hauser get a shot away. Hauser's not thrilled about it. So he comes back and gives Dacey a little stick check. And that will go for icing against the Rams. Indians go with their top unit. Mackey, Horton, Ring, Kataruza, and Moore. Face off to Romano's right. Mackey won it cleanly, back to Ryan Moore. Missed short side, trying to stuff it in. Mackey scores! Romano's right. Mackey won it cleanly, back to Ryan Moore. Missed short side, trying to stuff it in. Mackey scores! Puck comes out in front, and James Mackey is right there. His second goal in as many games. And with 7:55 to go in the second, Mackey gives the Indians a 1-0 lead.
Fantastic. That was done on pure hustle. Puck was in behind the net, gets centered out. I don't know who flipped it out, Dean, did you see? But James Mackey was in position to send it home.
Moore took the shot from the left point, came off the backboard, and again, we'll wait for the official call.
Here it is.
But Mackey put it in.
I heard one.
Mike Ring, I believe.
Mike Ring, there was another assist on there. I can't remember. I couldn't hear who he said, though.
Well, Moore took the shot from the point. So I believe it's Moore.
I thought there was a double. Oh, another opportunity.
We'll have to wait. Oh, another great chance there. Romano able to keep it out of the net. So Indians now get one, and they're... Oh, here's Horton. Horton's got a step. Horton coming in. Oh, and the defenseman.
I thought that was going to be a call.
That was close. Good work, though, by the defense.
Yeah.
I believe it was Hauser who came back. Hauser's a forward. 3 Rams players up to the point.
Guilford stepping up the physicality of this period, Dean.
And look out, a penalty for high sticking. And I think it's going to go
Against
on the Rams.
Right. That'll put Guilford in another power play. 2 minutes. At the 6:43 mark, second period, Guilford with a 1-0 lead on a 2-minute power play.
So, looks like Greg Zovis, 27, the junior defenseman, in the box for the high stick. Indians back in the power play. And look out, a shorthanded chance for the Rams. Moore hustling back. And Moore's going to get called for a slash. The shot went high by Vendetto, slashing on Moore.
Boy, if you're going to slash, make it a good one. Both sides now will skate 4-on-4 for, just about 2 minutes.
He came right across the opponent's
upper hand,
wrist.
Upper arm.
So Moore on the slash, 12 seconds after the Indians started their power play. So 4-on-4. Ring. Vendetto throws him into the boards. Cataruzza slaps it. Big save, Romano. Ring was trying to get it back to Brand. Rams had other ideas. Good play by Cataruzza on Alex Bosch. Here's Zach carrying over the Cheshire line. Makes a move into the middle. Oh, big save, Romano. Ring crashing the net.
Wow.
Cataruzza again creating opportunities.
A great move.
Zach will keep it in. Cafaro. Brand will slap it back in. Good look for Cataruzza. And a backhander trying to sneak one in was Chris Cafaro. Cataruzza over to Brand. Brand top of the circle shooting one. Never got through. Blocked at the defense, I think our friend Soki down there, John. Sokolov with the block.
There's a one-on-one opportunity.
Against Ryan Brand. He still has it, shoots it. Brandon Mayo bails out as a defenseman.
Nice save. Icing.
And Brand will take the icing. I think he should go and thank Mr. Mayo.
That's right.
On that one. Nearly a 4-on-4 goal against. Brandon Mayo keeps it out of the net. Rams win the face-off. Centered in front off of Matt Horton. And out. Zovis. Maybe it wasn't Zovis who was in the box. Might have gotten the wrong guy since he's out on the ice before the other player left. Now, Moore is out, so we're back to 5-on-5, and that'll go for icing. Mackey kicked out of the face-off circle. Moore will step in. So Moore playing a forward spot now with Powell and Dacey on defense. Moore, Horton, and Mackey. That's interesting.
I think that was just for the draw. No, Dean? They put more
I'm
in
not
on
sure.
the draw.
He's still up at the forward spot, though.
Well, you know a good defenseman. Once he gets forward, he ain't never coming back.
Icing against Cheshire. See what happens after this whistle. Now we're back to the more accustomed look that we're used to seeing. Cafaro, Donahue, Bannock, Cataruzza, and Moore. Under 4 minutes to go, second period. Guilford Indians with a 1-0 lead, icing against Cheshire. To the line, not out. Bannock with the keep, down low, Cataruzza. Shot wide. Opportunity by Cafaro. Moore, right point, blocked. Plays it over to Cataruzza. Bannock trying to cradle it in. Cataruzza's, he's got it, he shoots it. He's blocked. Tied up, and we get the whistle. Not sure where that puck was stuck, John.
Not many places to hide out in that ice.
Not in front of the bench. I mean,
that puck found it though.
Rams with it. Horton ducks the hit of Alex Bosch, who's got the puck back. Nice backhand pass. Look out, off the post. And Brandon Mayo holds on. Good opportunity there. Coming in was Joe DeRico and played it off the post. Mayo got it with the blocker. Down to 2:43 to play in the period. Rams keep it in. Mackey off a skate. Perfect pass to Ring.
Uh-oh.
Look out. Coming in. No! Again, they can't finish. This has been the Rams' problem all season. They're not a bad defensive team, as we've seen, but they cannot put the puck in the net. They have been outscored, as I mentioned, 42-23 in 11 games. That's 2 goals a game.
That was an open shot.
And it was. If you take away their 6-2 victory, they've scored 17 goals in 10 games.
Wow.
That's not even 2 a game.
Can't win with that.
Petrick will step in. The last opportunity, though, was by Tyler Lima, 26. Played with a high stick, and Jack Petrick touches for the whistle.
What is high stick? Over the shoulder?
Yes.
Over the shoulder.
Petrick wins this one cleanly. Back to Dacey. Around Sperry. Helps it out of the zone. Petrick will pick it up.
Whoa.
Petrick tripped up at the line. No call. Sperry comes back to Brand.
Breakaway.
Looking ahead, another chance for the Rams. Walking in, crossbar. Unbelievable. They continue. They've hit every post, both posts and a crossbar tonight. They can't find the middle of the net. It's just unbelievable. And Mayo gloves it. Holds on, no rebound there for Mr. Vendetto, who was in the vicinity.
The hockey gods are shining on Guilford tonight.
Mackey against Lima. And the Rams control it. Just over a minute left, minute 10 to go now in the second period. The Rams have had multiple opportunities. They've hit 3 posts, or 2 posts and a crossbar. This game could easily be the other way. The scoreboard favors, scoreboard favors Guilford. Horton trying to get it up to Ring. Could be a 2-on-1 late. Intended for Horton. Couldn't get a shot off. Cataruza back on D. Here's more. 30 seconds to go. Cataruza in front. Mayo played it off his stick. Horton trying to get a step. Horton creates some space. Tries to make a move. Mackey following up. Couldn't get the puck away from Sokolov.
2-on-1.
Final 10 seconds, and the Rams are offsides with 9.8 to play in the period. John, someone said this to me before, but I think truer words haven't been spoken. I don't know that there's a better 1-10 team in the state than the Cheshire Rams.
I would agree with you.
I mean, it's unbelievable with the chances. This could easily be 3-1 the other way.
You can see why they're 1-10 though.
But yeah. This is a perfect example of how their season has gone. So the Indians will take it. They get a goal in the second period here by James Mackey. After 2 periods of play, Guilford Indians 1, Cheshire Rams no score. We are back, third period action about to get underway here from East Haven. Guilford Indians with a 1-0 lead. They outshot the Rams 11-7 in that second period.
Dean, did you get a better count on that goal? Did they give another assist out?
Actually, talking with Mr. Ice there, still
wet.
A little wet apparently. Puck not moving despite the effort of James Mackey, who has it now. It still stops on him. Here's Klanica. Ben will carry over the Indians line. Runs into his own man. And out of the zone. The official, Tom Petrick, was not sure who the second assist, and I had mentioned Ryan Moore took the shot from the point.
Right.
So that's who the second assist is going to go to.
Wow.
Romano, the glove save on the blast by Zach Cataruza. and he leaves no rebound. Rams win the face-off. And here's a 2-on-1. It's Vendetto. Pass across. Score! And here's a 2-on-1. It's Vendetto. Pass across. Score! The Rams able to find the back of the net there. Put home by number 15, Joe DeRico. Vendetto, the pass from the 2-on-1. And this game is tied with 13:56 to go in the third period.
Dean, we're going to blame that goal on the wet ice. That puck got slowed up enough that it gave possession to the Rams in a very inopportune spot.
Sent low by Powell. And here's another chance. Same DeRico walking in. This time Brandon Mayo has the answer for it and keeps it out of the net. We expected a close one from the outset, John, and this certainly has not disappointed. No surprise. These teams always play good games. And icing the call here.
Wow.
Matt Horton plays the face-off win back to Ryan Moore. The Rams gain control of it, though. Hit down, I believe, was Cataruzza. Here's Ring. Up ice, Horton. Horton to the middle, Ring! Oh, and he went hard into the post. Luckily, that net came right off, and Mike Ring pops right back up. Thankfully, that looked like it was
post.
Dangerous.
Yeah. You're not going to keep a good Ring down.
Scary part about that, John, is the speed at which Mike Ring goes to the net.
Full speed, yeah, right.
And he doesn't slow down whether there's a post in front of him, a freight truck in front of him, or an open net in front of him. So
it's genetic.
Big hit there by Horton.
He learned
Ring had his leg swiped out from underneath him.
They learned that technique from their mother.
Tripping penalty coming up. I think it's going to be against the Rams. It is. And going to the box is number 11, Jake Nesdale. So Nesdale on the trip. 12:38 left in regulation. Tied at 1. Good opportunity here for Guilford to get the lead back. Mackey, who has the lone Indians goal. His second in as many games. Rams take it back. Tom DuPont plays it to the Guilford zone. Ring, Horton. Horton's shot blocked. Ring on the boards. Played back for him. And that goes off of Mackey's stick, so the faceoff's going to come outside the zone. Sent all the way back by John Hauser. Just over a minute remaining of power play time. Indians haven't been able to set up much. In fact, there's a shorthanded opportunity for Cheshire. Another turnover. Hauser takes a spill. Moore over to Cataruzza. Zach reaches the line, winds and fires. Glove save by Romano, and he holds. Played into the corner off the faceoff, Donahue. Brian gives it back to Derek Baddock. And picked up by DuPont. Off the glove of Dacey. Dacey plays it around for Brand. Indians final 15 seconds with the man advantage here. Donahue. Donahue takes the shot. Rebound in front. backhanded out. And that will do it on the power play as Nesdale's out of the box. DeFaro intercepted. Donahue able to get it to the line. Now gets it out. Nearly 5 minutes into the third period. The Rams have tied it on a goal just over a minute in. Baddock collided with a Rams player. Slap back in right on Romano. He plays it himself. Malloy not happy. Malloy wanted to get it with the glove and glove it down right in front of him and get a great opportunity. Couldn't do so.
Oh, that was a nice hit.
Charlie. Here's Moore. Moore shoots it through screen. Sperry was parked in front. Petrick there too. That one never got through, never got past the Cheshire D. Now it's a one-on-one. Cataruzza has it played well. It's a good opportunity. Under 9 minutes to play. Winding, shooting. Didn't get much on it. Stick lifted. Sperry there. Carson. Reaches the line. They go off for a change. Here's Nesdale. Now it's Ring. Horton giving it his all. Sean Richard. Richard and Powell going to the boards. Mackey carrying through center, backhanding in. Near boards, James gets it to the point. Powell shoots it off the defenseman's stick. Nesdale. Slapper. Ring tried to knock it down out of midair. Would have been a high stick. Couldn't do so anyway. The Rams transition. Shot club save by Mayo.
Quick
holds.
wrist shot, right?
Yeah, on the opportunity by Chris Stevens. We're nearly halfway through the third period, John.
Guilford looking for another hero, Dean.
We seem to say that almost every game now. This is becoming more of a...
Come on, Indians. How about a nice 8-0 victory one of these days?
Their biggest win, I believe it was a 5-1 score.
And that was a long time ago.
That was against the main squad, I believe, at Yale. The Indians won that one. Backhanded in front. Romano left it a bit high. Yeah, Guilford beat Yarmouth, Maine 5-1, and Farmington Avon and Windsor 5-1. Those were their two biggest victories. DeFaro, a nice hit. Still hasn't gotten up from it. He's the one who threw the hit too. He's not the biggest kid, but again, like some of the other Indians, he's not afraid to throw his weight around.
To mix it up, right? Neither is Derek Baddock.
No, that's never been an issue with Baddock. Petrick, good chance in front. Oh, tip! Oh, right in the goaltenders. Oh, the net comes off. It went right into the goaltender's pads. Romano came back out, and someone knocked the net off.
It looked like the goaltender had his head in there for the first, but they let it continue. They let play continue. I don't know why, but then one of the Cheshire players really knocked it out.
And that went right off of Ram's skate, I believe, and right into his own goaltender's pads.
Yeah, it was almost an own goal.
Yep. So face off to Romano's right. He's ready to go now. Equipment back intact. Mackey and Klanica. Mackey wins it. Moore. He's got a cannon. Couldn't get it through. Mackey tried to help. Horton down low for Ring off his skate. And that is cleared by the defenseman over the glass. 6:26 to play, third period. Game tied at 1. Lima won the face-off from Mackey. James doesn't lose too many. Horton looking for James. Mackey with the keep. Ring will chase down Perslow. Horton in on the play as well. Backhanded. Here's Moore. Shoots it off a Cheshire player. And out past Zach Kataruza. Rams with an opportunity here. Moore goes down. Puck went to the wing. Fortunately for Guilford, it stayed out of the middle. Ryan Moore slipped. Sokolov. Glove, that'll be a hand pass? No.
No, I don't think he ever controlled it, Dean, did he?
No, he didn't control it. Here's Kataruza. Kataruza spun around. Sokolov, not out. Moore rips it. Just missed glove side. Played an odd carom there. Sperry with a hit on Perslow. Or excuse me, Sperry hit Nick Vale. Malloy plays it back. Slapper. Stick save Romano into the netting and the whistle. Petrick and Dorico. Dorico, the goal scorer this period for Cheshire. One back for Brand Petrick. The puck in midair. Couldn't bat it out towards the goal. So Cheshire clears it to the Guilford zone. Under 5 minutes to go in regulation. 1-1. Vendetto shoots, he scores! 1-1. Vendetto shoots, he scores! He picked the short side on Mayo, and Luke Vendetto with 4:29 to play gives the Rams their first lead. Vendetto now with a goal and an assist in the period. He assisted on the Dorico tally in the first minute change. And now he buries that one on Mayo to give Cheshire a 2-1 lead. You said it before, John. Now, I guess you got to say it again. The Indians need a hero.
Guilford needs a hero.
And they've gotten it in past games.
Who's it going to be tonight, Dean?
We said it early, and we've said it throughout, how badly Cheshire needs wins. They've got Guilford twice on their schedule, including tonight. You have to think they penciled in that this is going to be a win for them. They need this win.
That's right.
They need to beat Guilford next time they face each other on Cheshire's home ice. Brand tripped up. And the official kind of got in the way, and we get a whistle behind the play, and coincidental penalties are going to be called on Derek Baddock and Greg Zovis. So we'll have to await the official call there, but coincidentals. No manpower advantage either way. Kataruza to Ryan Moore. Off a glove. And
hand pass.
I say it's a hand pass. Mackey and Lima on the draw. Lima again won it. Here's Mikey Ring. Ring tied with Moore for the team lead in points. Moore slaps it. Blocked. Can Moore keep it? He does. Into the middle. Horton. Ring fan on it. Still has it though. Backhand pass in front. Oh, just out of the reach of Ryan Moore. Will have to come out to center. There's a good opportunity And Mike Ring has been spot on a lot this season, just not that time. Stick save by Romano on the Mackey shot. Glove down. Moore still keeps it in. Puck bouncing inside the line. Cataruzza. Under 3 minutes to go in regulation. Indians now trail 2-1. Guilford 3-0-1 in its last 4 after a 2-3-1 start. And Cheshire is offsides on that play. 2:36 to go. Powell gets it in the zone. Reversing direction around Malloy, and now Cheshire with the breakout. Bosch with it. Bosch couldn't get a shot on goal. Malloy is back to help. 2:15 to play. Powell's played a little forward this season, so he's accustomed. He's got a good shot if he can get it off. To the point. Here's his opportunity. Winds and shoots. Oh, and Petrick was at the far side of the net. Sperry was in front. Malloy in there as well. Malloy. Minute 45 to go. Off of Donahue. Indians play it. It's going to be called a hand pass. Face off outside the zone. I would expect the Indians would probably use a timeout soon, if not now. I guess it'll be soon, if they get that opportunity. First line back out there with a minute and a half to go. Cataruzza. If there's no whistle, we'll look for Mayo to be pulled. Ring trying to work against 2 Rams players. And Moore still there. It's in his skates. Finally worked out. Horton hustling back. Look out. Pass gets over there. And Mayo. A save, no penalty. Horton went diving at the player.
Nice play by
the puck away. It was a good play. Nice play there against Cataruzza to...
Guilford's pulled their goalie, Dean.
Yep, Mayo's out. 6th attacker on is Donahue for the physical presence. Mackey off of his helmet. Down low off a skate. Here's Cataruzza trying to create some room. Cataruzza shoots it off the post. Oh, and that goes off the post and into the netting.
Zach Cataruzzo, 3 inches from being the Guilford hero tonight.
We've been saying his name for a while now. In fact, we talked about it earlier that he's could have a breakout here at some point soon, because he works as hard as anyone. He gets as close as anyone with his shot. He's got a goal and 5 assists to show for it on the season. Indians now using their timeout with 35.2 to go. Let's see what they can design after this. Coach Carl Sundquist of the Rams and Anthony Justo designing a play for their team. Ralph Russo at the other end trying to do the same. See what the Indians can do. Top unit remains out. It's Brian Donahue taking the face-off. Ring gets it to the point. Cataruzza shoots it wide. Horton trying to go short side. Stick save Romano. Mackey up top. Moore shoots. Moore gets it in. Mackey can't get it on goal. Under 20 to go. Donahue with a hit. Puck comes loose. It's cleared. That is going to go for icing against the Rams. Still 8 seconds, 7.8 seconds to play. Indians remain with 6 attackers. Donahue steps out with the top unit. We'll see if Cheshire's going to use its timeout. They have not yet.
Elect not to.
I'm surprised the other official is not at the goal line extended here. Instead of up at the line. Oh, comes out, shot. Deflected. Second to go, and time runs out. The Rams able to pull one out. And so many of these games have gone against them this season. This one finally goes their way, to their credit. It's a tough one for the Indians to take. After leading 1-0 coming into the period, it was Dorico and it was Vendetto scoring for the Rams. Vendetto the winner with 4:29 to go. He had a goal and a helper in this period. And the Rams hold tight in their own zone. Romano holds the fort. And the Cheshire Rams escape here and steal one in East Haven for a 2-1 victory.
Their second victory of the year, Dean.
Yep, 2-10, and again,
we knew
they
it. They
still need to go 6-2, but they got one tonight. This is how they had to start it for themselves. And again, to their credit, they were able to do so. So, a tough one for Guilford to swallow after a 3-0-1 stretch. They won a couple games, 3-2, a couple real close ones, exciting ones. They had to come back, though, in your last broadcast, though, against Sheehan.
That's right.
And found a hero there tonight. Zach Catarusa came so close.
In that last minute, they had several, 3-4 good opportunities.
He cranked the crossbar,
Yeah.
the best opportunity there, and it just never found the back of the net for Guilford. So that's going to wrap it up from here. The next opponent for the Guilford Indians will be the Weathersfield Eagles right here on home ice. That'll be on Tuesday night. So for Jeff Horton and John Knapp, I am Dean Cornelio. Good night from DeLongo Rink in East Haven. Once again, tonight's final, Cheshire Rams 2, Guilford Indians 1. Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks.